Maybe I'm crazy, but I will eat all of the potatoes regardless of the physical repercussions of doing so.
Even in or out fries? In and out fries. In or out fries. Which one is
your ability to mess up this bit is just
right off the top?
Unparalleled.
Right at the top?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not.
Welcome to the Maybe I'm Crazy podcast. I'm Joy Taylor. That's Brandon Newman.
Hi.
Glad you could join us this week. Jayson Terry is on the podcast this week. The Jet. He's great and
Jet, not Kenny the Jet.
Not Kenny the Jet.
Jet.
Yes. Jet. He talks about it. He has a jet tattoo. We learned.
Yes.
Unfinished. So we're talking about the NBA playoffs with him. LeBron, the Warriors, the failure is the Rockets, a little Celtics.
Shucks.
Yeah, you're getting lots of Rockets jabs this podcast as we lay them to rest.
Yeah.
For this NBA playoffs, as I predicted, not exactly the number of games, but the outcome is the same. You can take the L later in the year, as opposed to earlier.
They're not playing in the finals.
Still no.
Yes.
Still sitting right on the couch right alongside my Heat for all of you Rockets fans out there. Sorry about that. We'll get to that later. In Petty Report, loser power rankings includes people who are trying to come at potatoes, as I mentioned at the top of the show. Lit list.
Defend.
And the Culture Report.
Yes.
And my jersey's awesome.
Big baller.
I promised a big baller. We have a big baller announcement later in the show.
Yes.
But it's not really our announcement. Like, everyone kind of knows about it if you have the internet. But
yes.
I did promise something, a tease, and I delivered.
That is we're looking at an authentic Lonzo Ball Chino Hill jersey, pre-big baller. Big baller mindset, not the brand.
Yes. Pre-big baller brand.
Yes, pre-big baller brand.
This is exclusive.
Nice.
I've been saving this, and I thought our show right before the start of the NBA Finals would have been an appropriate one to do. So this is why I wore it today.
I like that. And honestly, like, it's authentic because it looks very uncomfortable to wear. Like, if it was on my skin, it'd feel itchy, scratchy.
Well, it's kind of big on me, so it's not so uncomfortable. But anyway, let's get to Jayson Terry. All right, Jayson Terry joins us on the Maybe I'm Crazy podcast.
Hey.
Thanks so much for coming in.
Anytime. I feel bad though.
Why?
What's that?
Everybody got their high school union.
Oh.
Well,
Wakers.
if it makes you feel any better, Brandon and I both peaked athletically in high school, and you
Yes.
didn't. So
Yes. We wore affliction shirts.
Yeah. I did not do that, but my athletic prowess sort of went like this afterwards. Although I was a college athlete for 1 year.
Yeah.
I ran track.
There
And then
you
I was
go.
like, this ain't for me, because I
arguably was for
would
1 year
rather
too, my 5th year. Because at Notre Dame, I was just hanging out.
You were.
Yeah,
You were
practicing.
emotional support.
You know what I'm saying? I do what I can.
Those guys are important.
Every piece is important.
That's literally from high school, though.
Yes.
Brandon's jersey, and mine is. I teased this last week, and it's pretty exclusive.
Is that
It's-
LaMelo or Leangelo or
No.
is that LeVar?
This is Lonzo's.
Oh,
LeVar's, though.
This is Lonzo's.
Let's be
Although
real, all
it
of them are
only-
LeVar's.
It only says ball on the back, so it's a fair question. But yes, this is
That's authentic.
It is authentic. And I feel when I bought it, I didn't buy it, but Earl bought it for me. But when we
out
bought
Earl.
it, yes, I was like, I felt a little bit like I'm exploiting,
Right.
the amateur athlete.
Yeah.
In a way, like I don't feel when I'm wearing a college jersey,
You should feel that way because I
Thank you.
felt that way. The other day, somebody sent me a pic. They were in the student store, and they're still selling 31 Arizona jerseys.
What?
Now, there's only 131 at the University of Arizona. Point
Correct.
guard, mind you. And that's me.
Right.
Yes.
But I ain't getting no royalties off that joint.
No.
Matter of fact, I got a scholarship fund that I'm donating money to.
They got
Jet
you.
love the kids.
Jet love the
But at the
kids.
same time, though, come on, AZ, kick on
Love
in
the
now.
kids. I ain't write that down.
Yeah.
I don't think they're ready to do that yet.
Not
but,
yet.
Yeah, I'm with you though. It feels a little wrong, but I'm still gonna wear it. I still think it's
it's
pretty
hard.
awesome. Thank you.
Swaggy, yeah, for sure.
Thank you. So I have to keep it real. This isn't a positive way to start this, but I got to keep it real because that's what I believe in. And I'm a Heat fan,
Here we go.
so I've got to be honest with you. I was not kind to you on the airwaves when I was in Miami when LeBron made the infamous dunk. But I can't have you on my podcast and not keep it real. because that's shady. It's wrong.
Since we're keeping it real,
Talk to her,
you're a
Jake.
Heat fan when LeBron got there, or Tim Hardaway, Ronnie Cycli?
No.
Or-
I love Zoe,
Stay
love
chair.
Tim
There
Hardaway,
you go. Okay.
love Dwayne Wade.
Okay.
So, and I'm a huge Pat Riley fan.
There we go.
And so, yeah, and I'm still a Heat fan despite the fact that we
That's the other
snuck
question.
into the playoffs
Right,
this year.
yes, yeah, no,
and
she
we
is.
may not be back next
Die
year
hard.
Yeah.
in the East. But you know what? I'm also a Dolphins fan, so I know about suffering. I'm very used to it. So anyway, I had to keep it real with you because I can't have you on and I would get flack on the internet, which I've been getting a lot of. Vindicated, which we'll get to later.
Yes, but also, can we say the truth about that dunk?
yes.
It was a lob. It was a lob.
It was a lie.
It was a lie.
That's the first time I appreciate that.
It was a lie.
You know what I mean? And I was hustling.
That's what-
Because I thought that's what you do in this
yeah.
game. You don't just lay down. You hustle. You try to get the ball back. And then,
He didn't deserve to stand over you.
No,
if
that was
it wasn't a
wrong.
lob,
That was wrong.
if it wasn't a lob,
I was wrong.
he could have stood over. It was a lob.
Right.
It was too long.
Have you guys ever have you and LeBron ever discussed that?
No, but me and every little kid and every gym in America I go to
Yeah.
have that discussion. And I told them off top, as soon as they come through, hey, aren't you, don't say it. That's why I be on there. Do not say anything about LeBron and that dunk. And they're like, but he did dunk on you. Yeah, he got
The
me.
one that hit that
He got
three,
you.
Right.
The one
I
that hit that three, soaring back down the court.
But
That's who he is.
you're a good sport about it.
No,
though.
100%.
And when you see stuff like that happen now,
Mm-hmm.
is there any regrets in that situation?
Never. No regrets at all. Again, when you're playing this game, the game I love, you're going to play it as hard as possible. And if you're so blessed to play this game as long as I have, you're going to be the recipient of getting dunked on. And you're going to dunk on a couple people myself.
No.
My family claim
What's that?
against her Miami Heat, got Shaq.
Woo!
Got him.
That's a good one to have.
Got
Big body
him.
Shaq.
Big body.
That's
but
baby
there was
mattress
no
Shaq.
YouTube. There was no Twitter. There was nothing. MySpace might have been just coming in.
Shouts out to Tom.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, you know what? They still had video cameras, so
yeah,
I'm-
but
I'm
it's
sure they
so
have it ar-
grainy.
they have it
Look, I
archived
don't know
somewhere.
what jersey number it was. It
How
was
the
just a
jersey
skinny
fit?
black figure that and a big boy in the middle. So.
no, but you
I
know
gotta
we
look that up.
we
Yeah.
believe you. That's a good one to have on your
For
resume,
sure.
and that's a positive outlook on it.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. So but speaking of LeBron, and since you are a good sport about it, then we can discuss him and what he's doing, which is dragging what is basically an AAU team to
Wow.
the NBA Finals. Look, no disrespect to the other Cavs.
Clear disrespect.
Okay.
There's some champions on that team.
Some disrespect.
Okay.
Champions, yeah, there are. Are there any champions that have a ring not because of LeBron James on that team? I mean, kind of on the spot question,
That's a
but
good point. That's a good point. Would they have been champions had they not been on that team? Correct. Oh, that's a good point.
yeah.
I get
But
it.
No.
yeah, okay, there we go. We have the answer. Fine.
Yep.
But what he's done has been incredible. So we talked about it a little bit when you were on Undisputed. I'm very fatigued, if I'm being honest, with the Michael Jordan, LeBron James conversation, but that's business we're in, so we're going to continue to have it. But I got to agree with you. It's going to be almost impossible to not say that he's the greatest ever if, with this particular squad, he manages to beat the Golden State Warriors.
No question. No question about it. This is his toughest feat that I've seen since he's been in the league. I mean, getting through the first round, 7 games. Next round,
We don't count. We don't count the. We don't count the Raptors. It's fine. We don't
yeah,
recognize.
the Raptors,
We
what was
don't recognize the
that?
Raptors. around
Drake,
here.
come
They
on
came.
now. Come on now.
don't-
If you're gonna be
we'll get to Drake
courtside
later,
rooting
too.
your team on, I mean, you gotta at least win one game. So that was bad.
Yeah.
But then this last series against Boston, I mean, to the wire on the road, and he delivered. I mean, even in Game 5 when everybody was like, "Oh, he's out of gas, he's tired." Y'all didn't see strategically what he did. Listen, we ain't gonna win this one. Let me save this up, and I'll be ready at home, and then I'm gonna come back here and finish y'all off. So his greatness will be defined again by this next series because ain't nobody beating the Warriors. I mean, that is a great team, and we're going to not realize that until we quit talking about so much LeBron and MJ and just realize that basketball is a team sport, and that is a great team. How it was assembled, regardless of how they came assembled, that's a great team. Nobody's going to beat them.
Well, I don't really like the super team analogy so much for the Warriors because
No.
outside of KD, they put that team together.
Yeah.
Like you're
They
mad
drafted
that they're
those
better
players.
at you than at drafting.
Yep.
Most teams, a lot of teams had an opportunity to put that team together and they didn't.
Yep.
So I can't hate on the Warriors as a whole without KD.
Right.
And then also with KD, like this is what LeBron created.
Yeah.
Like you can't be mad at that. He I mean, I benefited from it obviously, but he came to Miami and created this super team situation and
I wouldn't be
the free agency frenzy that we have now.
Overly critical of LeBron and say it was all him and his design, but he looked at the greats that came before him. Even the Lakers at their best tried to continue to get better and add players. They added Karl Malone, Gary Payton,
Right.
When they faced Detroit Pistons, and they still lost.
Yeah.
With Kobe, with Shaq, you're talking about 4 of the 50 greatest players ever played a game, and they still lost. So, I mean, that's why I love the game of basketball, because you never know. And in this finals, everybody's writing LeBron off. But I'm telling you, man, if he can do anything similar to what he did in those last 2 games against Boston, it's going to be a good finals.
I don't know. I think it's LeBron and the way Ty Lue and everyone was celebrating. It looked like they won the finals, and I don't know what they were celebrating way too much. Ty Lue thanked the entire coaching staff. Like LeBron broke 0 Dark 30. He went live from his wife's page.
It's like half. It doesn't count.
He's not.
It's his wife's
He's not
page.
going to be competitive. They have hung that. They're very proud of what they did.
Yeah.
It took him a long time. What LeBron say? This is season 6 of this year.
Yeah.
He feels like he's going into season 6, going into
So
the
you
final.
feel like he's already submitted to the Warriors.
Brian Windhorse's buddy went on ESPN and said, "This is as good as winning a finals." It's like
Oh, no,
everyone's caping up
that's-
for him.
That did not.
You know what was crazy?
That is not. You know, it's not. It's not the same as winning a finals.
LeBron-
Winning a finals is the same as winning a finals.
One of his
Yes.
interviews, LeBron did say, I got 4 more games. I'm thinking like, what? 4 more games?
Insane.
So it's a sweep?
4 more games
or-
to win, I think is what he meant.
Oh, well, I can't say what he meant, but
We don't know
it's
what he
4
meant.
games. You
You
know
have
what I
to be
mean?
careful how
He
you
could
choose
have
your
meant
words.
that.
Right.
Maybe.
Look,
Right.
I don't. The only reason that I am not going to say, well, look, I'm not going to say it's going to be a sweep, because I'm not going to go there. Like it's LeBron James is still playing, but Andre Iguodala is not in there, and
Yeah.
they have the Warriors are not as deep as they were last year, and it's just a different team. So I'm not just going to hand it. I mean, do I feel the Warriors are going to win? Yes, but am I just going to hand it over as a sweep or even a gentleman's sweep? No, I'm just doing my prediction right now. I think it goes 6. I think the Warriors win in 6,
That's
Warriors in
deep.
6.
which is still like an L, you know.
Nah,
but
either way you slice it up.
yeah, like
Right.
you can lose this way, or you can lose that way. You're still gonna take the L. But like I do think that's more respectable. But I just don't. I think Iguodala being out is a game changer.
Is there entertainment value, though? I mean, is it something that people are going to tune into and watch? Where will the drama come from? What will be the underlying theme? Like, we know LeBron chasing Jordan, obviously that's the theme, but, I mean, where's the drama?
Well, I think if they can make it competitive, then that's the drama. Because what's on the line really is this. Like, if he doesn't win, there's still going to be a large group of people, LeBron lovers, who say he can still pass Jordan because he's still going to get all the statistics. 3 and 6 in the finals, like, yeah, you know, for me, like, it's championships or nothing. That's how I feel. I'm not saying I can't enjoy a team during the regular season. I like the Heat during the regular season. For real. I do. Like, I love Russell Westbrook. He's my favorite player.
That's a first.
He's not winning a championship, but
No.
But as far as like what I look at as Pantheon greats, like you got to win championships. Sorry, like it's just the way it is.
There's so many variables that go in and winning championships. Like with you and that team, like the way I felt when LeBron came back 3-1 against the Warriors, I have to chase that feeling again this time. That's why I'm going the LeBrons in 7. I gotta go LeBrons in 7. I got to. I gotta hope for something. I gotta hope these team of little giants can come together and like, you know what I mean. What's the X Puerto Rico?
Well, I mean, that's what sports.
Whatever
is about.
what's the name of the play? Annexation of Puerto Rico. They can get it done. Someone
It's
has
like
to.
the Philadelphia Eagles this year. I mean, nobody picked them to win.
Yeah.
And they go against the Patriots. Everybody's like, I'm kind of sick of the Patriots. So, yeah, let's root for Philly.
Right.
And they won. I mean, it was incredible. I mean, it was a good story. But I don't know. 7?
So what do you
Game 7 in Golden State.
What do
That's
you
what
think
he's
that they
telling us
do?
now. I think it's, 4-1. I'll give LeBron the
It's a
game.
gentleman's sweep?
Yeah, I'll give him game 3 at home. They'll be fired up. He's phenomenal at home, but
Injury's going to play a huge role in this game, in this series,
true.
regardless.
They need Iguodala, though, because
Either
he's
side.
that defender that bothers LeBron. Then you can throw Draymond. Then you can throw KD on him. That's going to wear him down. Other than that, Golden State's roster is not very talented, except for those 4.
No, they're very top heavy.
Yeah.
But you don't pay attention to it because they are so top heavy.
Yeah.
Well, so what? let's say Iguodala misses let's say he misses the whole series because they don't know when he's going to be back, actually. What is it that you do to stop LeBron? And especially this version of LeBron, because he's playing differently than he has ever before. I
think it's the total opposite. You let him dominate. LeBron, goal scorer 80. He doesn't want to do it. It's not in his DNA. Right. He wants to make everybody happy, triple-double, get the win.
Didn't the Pacers try that, though?
I don't know what the Pacers was trying to do, but it was working. Yeah. They had that thing working, and then they just went Oladipo left, Oladipo right. Oladipo's tired. He looked like James Harden. He was done. He was cooked. So I honestly believe
just let the role players
multiple defenders on him, wear him down, pick him up full court, and at the end of the day, make him shoot jumpers. He definitely doesn't want to do it. He's more comfortable doing so now, but the percentages say LeBron shooting threes, you're better off with that.
So speaking of James Harden,
there you go.
I talked a lot of trash about the Rockets pretty much this entire season, and it was a little on the edge of my seat during the series. I was going to have to do the walk of shame, but I didn't because, look, I may be crazy, but I'm usually right. Yep. So it's just what it is. And look, like the Chris Paul situation, that sucks for them. I would have rather had them take the L with Chris Paul. Because it's not even an excuse. Like you lost your second best player. Like that's almost impossible to overcome.
Yeah. He's always getting hurt though. Like I can't defend that when that's something that player does around this. Am I wrong in saying that? That Chris Paul is a fragile.
I don't think Chris Paul is being fragile. Like injuries happen. Like we just talked about Iguodala. Like Steph Curry was injured.
But LeBron doesn't
Kevin
do that.
Love.
Does LeBron not do like?
Well, LeBron is a different category.
He doesn't hurt.
LeBron he's over here, and he has. I'm absolutely convinced that he has a vibranium suit. I was never more convinced of it than in Game 7 when who was it that was like literally on his shoulders?
Marquis's brother. Marquise Morris.
Marcus Morris was like literally was holding his shoulders as he's going up for a layup, and LeBron was like, It's like a thing like where if you hit him, the suit charges up and it gives him more power.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So LeBron is in a different category as far as the injuries goes. He's never injured.
Hey, you know how much he paid for that suit, right?
I'm sure he paid a lot.
He pays every year.
Pays a lot.
Millions for that suit every year.
That's you got to.
So that's
you got to pay the
Cats is getting paid $200 million to play this game. Man, I'm going to get that same suit LeBron got, just a little different size.
How much you ever paid in your body in the season?
Shoot, man, listen, man, I'm in the 50 to 100.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just a little downsize.
Yeah.
So, but for me, it's about diet. It's about lifestyle. And then you do have to be lucky, man. You got to be blessed. I mean, some people's body types just get injured.
Right.
You know, you look at Derrick Rose's career. You couldn't tell me years ago that we didn't think Derrick Rose was going to be the next best thing.
I didn't.
You never did?
No, I didn't.
What? Are you kidding me?
No. She said she didn't
that
believe
kid was Russell Westbrook before Westbrook.
It was a fraudulent MVP.
Was it?
LeBron should have won that year for sure.
Well, LeBron could win it any year. We know that.
True, but
I'm
definitely
tired of people saying that. That's not
but
okay.
Derrick Rose literally.
Why do people keep saying that?
Literally,
give it
Derrick
to him
Rose
then.
Was going like he had the same kind of team LeBron had. Like name the other players on that team except for Joakim Noah that Derrick Rose had. He carried them.
Yeah.
What did he carry them to?
Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah. Didn't he go up against the Heat?
Was it LeBron?
I think he got that work.
The super team. Mm-hmm. So it was LeBron and who? Help?
I mean.
Yeah. He had some help.
The LeBrons.
Yep.
It was not the LeBrons. It was the Miami Heat that year. Okay. Anyway, so the Rockets are going to look really different next year, but
for sure.
Did you have any sympathy for them? I did not personally because I'm petty, but
you can't sympathize with a team that their theory is or their strategy is to shoot threes, and you let one of the top 3-point shooters in NBA history, you let him walk. We were in the same Western Conference Finals when I was on that team against Golden State, and then D'Antoni comes in and we're going to have this magic theory. Oh, yeah, we're going to shoot threes too. And that's what we was already doing before you got here. But you're the same coach. Now, I'm not going to be overcritical on them.
Are you sure you don't want to?
There's so much greatness that they spew on this man, and he's great in the regular season, but it hasn't equated to playoff success. He's never been to an NBA Finals. And I'm just over it. Like
Jason
I'm
Terry,
over the
everyone.
D'Antoni experience.
Thank you very much.
I mean,
I could have swore
On
that,
Joy's
I could have
podcast.
swore
Hey.
that
Hey.
Joy Taylor, who actually happens
You
to
said
be a
that?
female in the business, said literally the exact same thing. But when I say it, I'm a salute. That was one of my favorite tweets. We'll get to that later.
mean-
I don't. That's not on you, but I 100% agree with everything
Yeah.
you just said.
People beat James Harden up, but I can only execute the plan that's given to me. And that was what? We're gonna do what we do.
They played the
harder
most
and
ISO ball
better.
of anyone in the league.
Could you remind
statistically.
the Maybe I'm Crazy audience how many years you've been in the NBA?
I've been in 19 years.
Okay. All
Going
right.
on 20.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Yep.
I appreciate
Okay.
that. I agree with you.
So-
I think that they are, and look,
right.
like I think the Rockets are important, just like how the Raptors are
Yes.
for the regular season. But again, I'm interested in winning.
Yeah,
you know
no
what I mean.
doubt.
So that's cool. That maintains interest and excitement during the regular season when teams like the LeBrons
Right.
and the Warriors are like coasting.
Mm-hmm.
Those other teams give us stuff to talk about, like what could the Celtics do? You know, what could, and I know diss to the Celtics, like they obviously lost Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving, so okay, I think that would have
And
been a different
still went
series,
as
and
far
still
as
went 7
yeah.
with LeBron. But and no disrespect to the Rockets either, like they
No
took the Warriors there,
disrespect.
like you didn't have Iguodala, which you can make the argument that if they had Iguodala, then they would have not went to 7. But this is what you play with what you're given with, which is
Right.
you lost Chris Paul, make it happen. You still had opportunities.
Right.
Nobody told you to go out there and have the worst third quarter of NBA history.
LeBron lost Kevin Love for Game 7.
Right.
The worst third quarters in history.
Yeah.
Because it was multiple times in the
Okay,
third
so
quarter.
you so
what is your
what do
strategy?
you do? What do you do in that spot? Like you're on that team and you've missed 27 threes in a row. How many threes in a row do you have to miss before you pull the team aside? Like, yo, stop shooting 3-pointers.
Can
Now,
somebody drive?
this may sound crazy because you're talking to a guy that has lived for 19 years on the motto, shoot or shoot.
Right.
But after missing 10 threes in a row consecutively, and mind you, in the first half, we got an 11-point lead by getting to the basket and finishing over a team that does no shot blocker.
Capella's all in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we do? We're going to change the game plan and go back to what we do and do it better and harder. What? Shoot threes? We're up 11. You want to win by 40? We're up 11 points by getting to the paint and exposing their defense. But we want to start to shoot threes with a team that historically has 2, probably 3 of the best shooters in NBA history. That's just not a good game plan to me. Like, I don't get it.
In the first half, they were trading. That's how they got up so much. They were trading 3s for 2s.
Right, off of penetration, then we'll kick it out and get a good shot. Now we go back to, like you said, the one-on-one, 10 dribbles. Up, here we go. Let me throw this up.
It was
It
truly
was just
actually
bad to see.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Really. Like it's to your point, like at what point does D'Antoni go like, hey, we're gonna lose this game. It's game 7, maybe make an adjustment. Like to me, that's coaches don't get like a lot of credit, you know, when you have superstars on your team. It's the coaches that don't have superstars on their team. That's why everybody loves Brad Stevens right now, because he managed to get them to game 7 without his 2 superstars, which is impressive.
That's coaching.
Right, that's coaching. But in this situation, this is game 7. Like if you lose this, you go home, right? Which you said wasn't going to be a failure, which is, you know, that's kind of the thing.
Well,
Like
foreshadowing.
when you go into the playoffs and you're like, everyone's talking about if we don't win a championship, that's not, and I'm paraphrasing him here, but whatever. It's not a failure. Like it doesn't define them if they don't win a championship. Yeah, it does. It does. What are you doing? What are you out here doing then? Why are you playing?
Why are we here?
For sure.
Yeah.
Don't hit me with that. First of all, the Heat would never say something like that because Pat Riley's a winner. But don't hit me with that. I don't want to hear that.
When we hear him wired, he says nothing. Does he always say nothing?
Yeah.
He's like, grind. You got to grind.
Dig deeper. Harder. Keep it going. Huh? Wait a minute, man.
Keep going at these guys. Go at them.
See, and I'm one of those a-holes, arrogant. Like, if your coach tells me that, like, I'm in the hood, like, so you saying I ain't going hard enough?
Right, but that's a fair question. Like, I don't need you to tell me to work hard. I need you to tell me what do I do? Like, here's the board.
Yes.
Draw a play.
Yeah.
Or say like, this is what we're gonna do now because we just missed 27.
But again,
three-pointers.
like you said, is for him, and this is the only time I'm gonna take up for him. He's like, well, shit, we won 67, 8 games,
And I'm with you on that, but it's
and
game
I've been
7.
giving the same speech 68 times.
true.
I mean,
But one time he was giving it to somebody like Chris Paul, who's out there and could change the game.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
And
He's
that's
not
where
out there
Chris
no
Paul doesn't get enough credit, but he changed the identity of Houston because defensively, they definitely were a much better team this season.
PJ Tucker was insane.
PJ Tucker.
Well, PJ Tucker
Trevor
and
Ariza.
PJ Tucker was,
they were able to hide. What
PJ Tucker and
everybody
Eric
said
Gordon were the
James's weakness
MVPs
is, and that's defense.
of that series.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, but it took him to have a career high. So really, are we really going to say like Houston really had a chance? Like PJ Tucker scored 24 points. He's been in the league 10 years. He never scored 24 points ever.
Yeah, but he's that dog though.
Yeah, and he's a dog. But if you're
paid.
counting on him to get you 24 points against the Golden State Warriors,
No, but I'm
Dead.
counting on not missing an NBA record amount of threes.
Right.
But
that's your strategy.
I can't say I didn't see it coming. All right, finally, before we let you go, talk a little bit about the Warriors. I personally feel like Clay is the key to that team as far as like because you know what KD is going to do, you know what Steph's going to do, even if they have like a slow first half or whatever. Like to me, Clay is like the X factor on that team for the offensive side. Like, but he is a great defender too. Obviously, you know you need Iguodala
This is funny.
when you're going up against.
Can't believe you bring this name up.
Why?
Because it's crazy. I have my own radio show on Sirius XM.
Shout him out.
Shout out. And they destroyed me because I was like, Klay Thompson is not an A-side player. Like, he's the B-side. Like you say, he's an X factor.
Yeah.
But, like, people, when they go to a Golden State Warriors game and they pay their money, they're like, okay, I'm going to put on the KD jersey. I'm going to put on the Steph jersey. I really don't like, you got to be a diehard NBA fan to put the Klay Thompson joint on.
11.
Sure.
Them sticks.
For sure, right? So my thing was they were like the best two guards in the league, like James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, and maybe Jimmy Butler at the time. And they're like, so what, you telling me Klay, you taking Klay over them guys? No, I'm not taking Klay. I'm taking James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, or Jimmy Butler. That's my pick because I know Klay, can he carry his own team? That's what I'm asking you because you just told me his X factor, which proves my point. Like, he's not the main go-to guy.
No, he isn't. I'm
Right.
not saying that at all.
That's
and in
perfect,
no way could he
but that
carry
proves
a
my
team.
point,
But
but
to me,
people
like if
rip me
Clay is
apart for
off,
that.
But
if
he
Clay
can
is
be.
off, and Clay can be off. If Clay
He
is
can't
off,
be in the
it's
second
trouble.
half. Yeah.
Right.
It's trouble to me. That's more
But
along the
he,
lines of
to
what
me,
I'm saying.
gives them the edge, too, like you
Yeah.
said, because if Durant or Curry is off, Clay ain't going to be off.
So what?
He
Who
ain't
is,
going to be off.
who
and
is-
his swag, too.
Yeah.
Like, he don't really talk. He's like a silent killer,
Yeah.
but he still got the cockiness to him.
Yeah. It's like Squidward if he was like a
Right.
good basketball player.
Right.
Smooth.
I'm telling you,
His face.
dance like Vanilla Ice, but
Man.
Listen, we can't all have the moves.
on the game, though, the boy can cold shooter.
Mm.
He's a cold killer.
So who is more important to the Warriors in this series, Steph or KD?
KD, because of what he did last year, right? And this is that, and that's why I want to talk about the drama. For me, the drama is, if we all recall, KD got his first one last year, and it was really at the hands of LeBron because that ISO one-on-one game, it was really mano a mano.
Right.
And everybody wanted to talk about, well, KD might be the best player in the league. Well, we know it's LeBron, hands down. But the way he went at him and challenged him in that
Right.
series, that was something to watch. Like, I'm really watching the finals just to see, like, KD, okay, here you go, round 2. Because I know when I played against Kobe Bryant, he never forgot, especially in moments like this. Oh, yeah, you took my title away from me last year, but I'm going to come back at you. Jordan, same type of venom. And that's what we want to see from LeBron. And so we'll see if that happens.
Yeah, I don't know if we will see that from LeBron because I don't really believe LeBron's built like
You know,
that.
he don't want to get back at him.
No, he's not.
Tristan Thompson said machines don't get tired, they get oil changes.
Ooh.
Okay.
That was cute.
So what are you really saying, Tristan? You're saying LeBron needs a little more oil?
They
Little
call
more-
out LeBron's
You gotta
oil
watch
guy.
Tristan, brother.
He's got an
Tristan's
oil
a little
guy?
tricky on you. Real tricky, Tristan.
Man, Tristan, shut up, Tristan.
wasn't really
Matter of
in
fact,
the-
shut up. How True doing?
You really wasn't in the rotation until
Right.
about
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you got to get back in.
Right.
Get back
They might
right.
need him actually to win that one
Oh,
game they do
need,
win.
They need everybody over there, brother.
Yeah.
Kendrick Perkins might want to suit it up. I'm just saying.
Not Coach K.
He might need to lay somebody down.
Coach K.
It's gonna have to get grimy for Cleveland to win this. Now
Yeah.
they gotta
Yeah.
get dirty and rough somebody up.
Well, they don't have
Jordan
that.
Clarkson
they
got
don't have
20-point game?
They don't have that Dellavedova.
Ooh, Dellavedova.
Right. See what I'm saying?
That grit.
The year they won the championship, people don't remember, but he was roughing Curry up all series long. He was just up in him, and it wore on him. But I mean, to me, that's like the toughest person on their team is Draymond.
Right.
What we do to him? Got in his head, got him kicked out,
Right.
ended up winning the series.
I still
Gotta
maintain
get
that
grimy.
Draymond did not get enough credit, like for losing that. For the
Draymond,
for
was
the
you
start
on the
of
Rockets
that.
last night? Did you see them shots he was taking? Man, just shoot it or don't shoot the ball, Draymond. Yeah.
I know. He looks like he needs a trampoline to jump sometimes too, because he is not making any of those dunks.
But that's his legs, though, man. Give him credit, though. He works so hard. He's guarding
no, of course,
everybody. So by the time he get to that basket, it's like, oh.
Breathing all
I know
that air.
fans are tired of seeing this. They're tired of it.
Yeah.
Of seeing the Cavs and the Warriors.
Not me.
I'm not.
Nope.
I'm not either. Because I want to see the biggest stars.
Yep.
I've been saying this. I could have lived with, not personally because I talked a lot of shit on them, but I could have lived with the Rockets and
Right.
Cavs because
Yep.
at least you still had James Harden and Chris Paul. But it's the Warriors is what everyone wants to see, and like you can hate it. I understand that NBA fans are tired of seeing it, but you want to see the biggest stars. So
Right.
after this year, I'm willing to open it up to other teams, make it more available.
Yeah. LeBron,
Like you
4
said,
more years.
Right.
Four more
because
years
who
for
are the
LeBron?
other
4
teams?
more
Like,
years.
Milwaukee for sure. I'm going to put my head in. Milwaukee.
you
We
go.
got some young stars.
Yes.
You know, Philly has some young talent.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, like you said, to get to compete, you want Boston to be healthy, too.
Yeah.
You know, you want to see Hayward and Irving.
I tell you
and
what.
those young pieces, Tatum, Brown.
If Kyrie comes back and they don't
Yeah.
win the finals next year,
They're going to break it up.
okay.
They're going to break it up.
Poor Kyrie.
Break
Good
it
try.
up. He's another one, though. He's a little injury prone. Just a little.
he got deviated septum.
Like, I've never
why
heard of
they
that
tried.
injury in the history of basketball. How you get that? He blew his nose too hard?
I don't know what that move is. That's a whole different
Yeah.
conversation.
Right.
But all right. So what's your prediction?
Warriors in 5.
Warriors in 5.
Warriors in 5.
I like 5. No, I don't. No, I don't.
I want more.
like that at
I
all.
want more
Well, you got your
basketball.
2
I like
home
your
games.
prediction.
You got your 2
I want
home
your
games.
prediction.
I want that.
6 means they close it out in Cleveland. Yeah.
Not
The
feeling that.
champagne smell in the locker room that they said a couple years
It's at
ago.
the same party.
Speaking of predictions,
Yep.
I respect your predictive tattoo that you got.
Oh, yeah.
Love that. I got one going into college. It's the only reason I stayed at Notre Dame. I would have transferred if I didn't have the Fighting Irish tattooed on me. So I respect that.
There you go.
I respect that.
That's an unbelievable. That's still.
What?
Your tattoos are just
What?
fascinating.
Mine's are too. Don't worry. I got like 30 of them.
Yeah.
2 really make sense, but the other
ones-
is like, what the?
You got water park tattoos. They're
Oh,
like
man.
they can be hidden.
Right.
That's good.
One gets hidden by hair. That's on my stomach.
Okay.
And they're like, it's me, my logo, you know, the Jet.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, Jet got on a fur coat. Like, no, that's not good. Like, what happened?
They
They're like,
got
what-
a Joe Montana coat on.
They're like, what
Joe
happened?
Namath.
Joe Namath.
Joe
Oh,
Namath.
my bad.
Yeah,
my
they're
bad,
like,
yeah.
what happened? I'm like, man, I was
that.
shit hurt, man. I didn't finish
You
the
got a
tattoo.
tattoo on your stomach, and you
Yeah, but I didn't finish
it?
getting it colored in. And
So it's no back? It's just a jet with no-
what they call it, outline. It sucks. It's just bad.
Why don't you just?
I like the.
knock
I got
it out and go
a. But look, I
finish
got a
it?
Celtic one too because I'm thinking like Ray Allen left. I'm here. It's KZ, Pierce, Rondo. Okay, yeah, maybe. And I went and got the Celtic, and it just
That was
just one and done.
Yeah.
So they're like, what do you do now? Can you get? Yeah, it's just.
I mean, it's the law of averages with the
Celtic.
predictive tattoos.
Yeah.
You gotta, you know
Like,
what I'm saying? You
you're
gotta put
gonna
it
get
out
most of
there.
them wrong.
Yeah.
But
for real, for real.
But to your credit, I'm very against those tattoos.
Yes.
But to your credit, you were one of like maybe the only one ever. To,
That's how you beat LeBron.
Get it and do, so that's what they should.
Maybe
that's what
LeBron
they
should get that.
He need to get the Jordan tattoo, the jump man. Like this. Where you chasing a ghost? Like I never heard that.
Man.
Like in the history, who are the people that caught ghosts? The only people that you ever known.
Ghostbusters.
There you go.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd.
Better call them because you ain't
Yeah.
catching them.
They have like whole shows. Ghost
Yeah,
hunting.
You ain't catching
Yeah,
them. And
there's
they ain't
one
caught
on
one
Fox.
yet. They ain't,
Ghost.
I'll be watching that stuff. They ain't caught
Do you
him
believe in
or
ghosts?
They're not called
Sasquatch
ghosts.
or
They haven't called.
Bigfoot.
They haven't. When that movie, when that show came on, Animal Planet, I was like, if they don't catch him in
Right.
the first season, I'm gonna have to change my mind about Sasquatch because I thought he was out there.
Right. Man, if the little kid don't
He's
quit
very
running through the
elusive,
forest, making
Sasquatch.
footprints,
Man.
You don't believe in Sasquatch?
Man, no way. I'm from Seattle. They ain't been never nothing.
But you've heard stories though. It's real out there in Seattle. I heard
Man,
with
that's an
Sasquatch.
old grizzly bear that's tired and then came down and went back up in the
He's
mountain.
got like the white beard going on, so it's
Yeah.
confusing. Do
It's-
you believe in ghosts?
No way.
What do you mean you don't believe in ghosts?
I ain't never seen
All right,
one.
guys. Thanks for coming on.
You don't believe in ghosts? Okay, wait. 2 more questions. Do you you don't believe in ghosts? That's very strange. Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, because sometimes I'm a freaking alien, man. It's just weird, man.
Amen.
But we are a special artificial intelligence.
Right.
Okay.
All of us.
Right.
She didn't like that answer,
But
it's good.
I'll live with it.
You don't think so?
What?
There's a lot of evidence about them aliens.
Oh,
No,
no,
she
I very
believes
much.
in aliens.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
No, I think
sure.
it's offensive if you don't believe in aliens.
Right,
Like, who do you think you are?
I think we all aliens, I
You
guess.
think you're like
Yeah.
special? You're the only special creature in
Like,
the
we literally
universe?
live on a planet.
We have one galaxy. There's like
Yeah.
there's a whole other galaxies.
Plenty. You haven't seen Men in Black?
There's gotta be more.
Have you
1, 2,
been
or
up
3?
there?
Perhaps.
Right.
What's the next question?
I
I
can't-
go
yeah.
up there sometimes, man. You know, it's the off season.
Oh,
I see what you did there. Finally, do you believe in dinosaurs?
woo!
Yeah, because them big ass alligators and rhinoceros, them is dinosaurs, man. They're
Good answer.
I mean,
This
gotta
one-
believe in
this
those, right?
one
You don't believe
doesn't
in
believe in
those?
dinosaurs.
I don't know. I don't know if I believe in the dinosaurs the way that they're being presented to us.
Okay,
I'll say that.
there we go.
Because
There you go.
Are you altering your take? 'Cause
no,
you're
I'm saying
right
if
now?
you believe in aliens, you also have to believe in dinosaurs. And I'll go back to it. How do dinosaurs exist but dragons didn't?
But is aliens?
Tell
just
me.
hey, listen. But
Tell me why how y'all believe in
Dragons.
dinosaurs
But you don't believe in
but
dragons?
not dragons.
Yeah, I mean, some alligators have wings. I mean, this is what it looked like with long tails. But listen, aliens, just a weird looking person. Like you see them walk around all the time in the streets of LA.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we live in LA. It's
You get
too
Hollywood.
much plastic surgery.
Plenty
Right?
of
Yeah.
plenty of
Deviated septum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm watching Black Mirror.
You watching Black Mirror?
Yeah.
What
Ooh,
is
that's
that?
scary. Oh, you got
Put me on.
What? You
Jet,
gotta watch Black Mirror.
Jet. Let me
me
tell
on.
you. Let me tell you.
I mean, you have Netflix,
Yes.
right?
Let me tell you.
Yes,
Yeah,
for
okay.
sure.
A lot of young talent there. Every time you see someone on Black Mirror, they end up like in a movie in like 2 years too. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Black Mirror is solid.
Yeah.
Solid. Lots
Really
of
weird.
the stuff that we're talking about.
Give
Yeah.
me something. Give me something.
It's great.
you got
Great
it.
binging stuff.
Yes.
You're welcome. Let us know what you think, but you'll love it because
All
it's
Cool.
great, like everything
Black
Netflix
Mirror.
does. Yeah. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate
Yes.
being a good sport about my Miami Heat.
Live.
All love.
Yeah, I didn't start it off the way that the little kids do though. So
No, that was cool, but you got it in there. That's the thing.
Off the top.
I had to.
Off the tizzy
for
top.
selfish purposes, I
Top
had
ropes.
to.
That was
Rey
tough.
Mysterio
No,
Jr.
we appreciate it. Thanks for joining us.
All love.
All right, that was great. So glad Jayson Terry could join us. I'm so, you know what? I really do. There's a special kind of satisfaction that I get as a psychopath.
Yeah.
When people who you cannot question their authority on a subject validate what I say. It's like, no one's going to say like, oh, you don't know, what's Jayson Terry know about basketball? Like, a bleep of a lot more than you.
19
Like
years.
so much more than you've ever known about anything in your entire life.
He has a national championship in college and an NBA championship. One of 5 NBA players that do that.
No, it's a little fact.
Yeah. Did not bring it
a
up
little
during the
fact
interview.
nugget by Brandon.
No, did not bring it up when it mattered.
You did not, but that's fine.
what
But
I do.
anyway, he was great, and he basically without any prompting or prep by me, just agreed with everything that I said. So he's welcome back anytime. All right, let's do Wit It or Quit It.
All right, how
What
are we doing
for
this time?
Wit It or we quit it.
Can I do it with you?
All right, ready?
Win it or we quit it.
I don't know. That's like no,
I-
not feeling it. I mean,
Some
that
people
was
like-
the most coordinated we've done it since we've started Wit It or
Right,
Quit It.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Wit it or we quit. Wit it or we quit.
Hey,
Wit it or
you quit.
Wit it or
You
quit.
quit.
Is that better? Much better.
Okay, these people.
Yeah.
These people.
Yeah.
Pandering.
You know, you have a
pandering to the
microphone
black crowd.
right there. You could just hold it.
I mean, the rap one was my idea, so obviously like that one better.
Okay, of course. It was
But
your
I
idea.
respect the
Keller is
I-
pissing on Win It or Quit It
Yeah.
theme song.
I
That is his.
appreciate the coordination though. You guys are doing really great
Thank
today
you.
with
Thanks.
the jerseys and the whole thing.
Thank
that
you,
mic back
thank you,
down.
Resident White Chocolate.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Oh,
Thank you for that,
Yeah.
Joy.
oh, he does not deserve it.
that
Not
was-
today.
right.
Not today. Okay. First off,
Okay.
Zeke Elliott
Mm-hmm.
said that with Jason Witten retiring and NFL vet Des Bryant released, he's going to have to lead now. Ezekiel is coming off of a rough sophomore season after fighting with Roger Goodell for the NFL's personal conduct policy. Zeke said this about being a leader. I'm going to my 3rd year. It's about time. Me and Coach Brown, we talked about it this offseason. We both thought that was something I should focus on. Joy. Freaky Zeke is ready to lead. With it or quit it.
I'm gonna be with it. I had a lot of opinions about this Ezekiel Elliott situation last year. Obviously,
Yes.
for those of you who don't know,
Right.
I'm a domestic violence survivor.
Yes.
So I am qualified to talk about it.
Yes.
Before you get all crazy. But I will say that the NFL could not have handled that situation worse if they tried. Like they do with a lot of situations, most situations.
They're pretty good at
like
messing it up.
99% of the situations.
Mm-hmm.
But this one was especially bad because I don't know what happened with Ezekiel Elliott and that girl. No, very few people on this earth actually know.
Right.
But what the NFL did was drag it out into an immensely long time after doing a year-long investigation, and then didn't really have any like super clear evidence, and then some other texts came out, and there's just all this like just complete chaos around it when they could have just solved the situation and given him a suspension when he pulled the girl's top down on St. Patrick's Day and called it a day. Right. And nobody would have been outraged. Everyone would have been like, yeah, like it's all lumped in one big punishment. He can get his act together, ta-da, the end. But for whatever reason, it's just impossible to do something ahead of the curve with anything that comes up. So for this situation, I think it made the situation worse because now people they're tired of Roger Goodell giving out punishments. But this situation just crashed the Cowboys season entirely from the very beginning because they never knew if they were going to have Zeke or not. And then they actually eventually didn't have Zeke. And no matter what anyone in that locker room says, I'm sure it affected them because you have to game plan, and he's your best player.
Right. They try to act like the backfield was as good as him, and it's just not.
It's just not. Like he's just not. It's fine, but just not Ezekiel Elliott.
Right.
And so it was a disaster. And obviously it's the Cowboys, and you've got Jerry Jones beating with Roger Goodell, and the whole thing was just a disaster all around. And I'm not a Cowboys fan, so I don't care if the Cowboys are good or not. I just want them to have some consistency with their punishments and not leave it up for the public to decide. It's just insanity.
Honestly,
but,
okay.
Go ahead.
No, the lack of consistency in their punishments is proof of why like he's not going to be a leader. His coach told him to be a leader. He said it. He and I decided together that I should be speaking more in practice. You can't turn on being a leader. He wasn't a leader in Ohio State. He called out his coaching staff in his last game and then announced that he was leaving early. Like, the kid has not done anything to suggest that he can be a leader. It's not something you can just pick up and turn on. And the fact that he thinks he can at the NFL, like 22 years old, it's just like, no, that's not how this works.
I do think that you can mature. I agree with you. There are natural born leaders. Like, yes. I think Dak is a leader.
Yes.
Like Dak had every opportunity to get in trouble that Zeke did, and Dak did not get in trouble. So, no, granted, he had the same college career as Zeke, but like still, he's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Right. He has plenty of opportunities to get in trouble, and he doesn't. So I'm with you, but I do think that people also mature. Like, I think you grow up. I think experiences teach you things. If you are a person that can learn from experience. And some people have to go through extreme situations in order to get straightened out. So I'm not going to say that there's no hope for Zeke. Right. I do like that he's saying this. That is at least, like, you can only ask for someone to tell you and then deliver. So, like, you have the opportunity now to say that you've learned your lesson and that you're going to, be on the straight and narrow and be a leader. So do it.
I'm not trying to badmouth him because we have mutual friends and I could hang out with him one day and I don't want those problems.
Sure, that's very moral of you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But also, like, in the league right now, or in the league, running backs don't lead teams anymore on offense. Like, that's not how
we're making running backs great again.
They are great again on the field. They're getting yardage, yak yardage, all that stuff. A lot of good rookie running backs, but no one leads. That's not leaders. Leaders aren't running backs in the NFL anymore.
I don't know. I think it's, as far as like who's the leader of the team, like that's Dak.
Jerry Jones.
Dak. Well, yes, but like actually amongst the players.
Yes, X's and O's.
Yes, we know Jerry Jones is everything. And he would definitely go put on some shoulder pads and get out there if they would let him.
Ooh, what a way to die. That's where he wants to go. That's the way he wants to go.
What a look. That's true. The Dolphins did a reveal for their new jerseys. Mm-hmm. And
knew we'd get to the Dolphins.
Well, I mean, they had Jayson did it. Jayson was up there. They had Ryan Tannehill. Mm-hmm. They had Marino, and I think they had Greasy up on stage in the uniforms.
Oh, they put
but no shoulder pads.
I can tell you who looked the best. And you might be related to him. Those other guys.
I love you, JT. It was the current player that's still. Jason's not out of shape.
Oh, really?
I mean, once first of all, like, you have on a football jersey now with no pads. It's not the best look.
No, it's very tight fitting.
Well, it's not a good look
And hot.
when it has the when it's like a game jersey.
Right, yeah,
Like
yeah,
if it's
yeah.
just like a regular jersey that hangs,
Right,
you can get
right.
away with that because it fits, you know.
Yes.
But when it's like supposed to fit tight and there's no
Over
like,
jersey, so no one holds you.
they thought through differently than it actually.
Right,
came out.
exactly.
But
Good
anyway,
in the mind.
all right, what's next?
The 1%ers did it. The NFL owners approved a new policy mandating players and team staff stand for the national anthem if they choose to leave the locker room. Players are allowed to stay in the locker room if they don't want to stand. Sean King broke some news with this tweet. Breaking, as I alluded to.
Right.
Several star NFL players have told me they're considering sitting out the season until de facto ban of Eric Reed and Colin Kaepernick is removed and both men are given spots back on rosters. They aim to get 25% of the players to sit out with them. Joy, NFL players should protest. With it or quit it.
I'm obviously with it.
Yes.
I thought I tried to tell the owners. I know they all listen to the Maybe I'm Crazy podcast, so I told you guys that this was a bad idea. I don't know, like maybe I should have been like an Olivia Pope.
A fixer, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Not
I would
even
love to
like
be your
a
Huck.
pre-fixer.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like before you destroy everything, let me just tell you how to not do that.
Right.
And then you just do what I say.
Because we also, in the NFL, we know the things that are coming, unlike Olivia Pope. We know the
That's what I'm
accidents
saying.
are coming.
Like I see, you
Right.
can see them. It's like the train
Ezekiel
is
Elliott.
coming towards you. So here are your options. Let's stand in the middle of the train track, and then the train just mows over us.
Just explode on
and
contact.
Then we have to figure it out.
Yeah.
What do we do next? If there's anything that can be put back together.
Right.
You know what I mean? As opposed to just like let's just move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is the problems in the NFL. And I told you not to do this, but you did it anyway. So great. We're right back where we started because now people are going to stay in the locker room or they're going to have to, like doo-doo before the game or something. You're going to have to explain every time that you're in the locker room.
Yeah,
why didn't you come out for the national anthem? Well, I was hungry. I wanted an extra peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and so I missed it.
People are underestimating.
The peanut butter and jelly sandwich is more important than the national anthem. Like,
yes.
No.
Yes.
I didn't have to be out there, so I chose not to be out there. It solves absolutely nothing.
Well, it's actively divisive, which that's what I don't like about it mainly because people don't understand how a team is affected when people seem to be going rogue, and that's why they're trying to make it more uniform. But I grew up I fell in love with the NFL before I fell in love with football. Like I was like, watching your brother play and just watching this place where like black men were celebrated and seemed to be celebrated where they're not elsewhere. I was like, I would love to try to accomplish that. That's why I started playing football. To see what's going on right now, I'm very, 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 very disappointed. It's going to cause more problems than not. And I don't see 25% of NFL players sitting out because they need the money.
So that part of it.
25% is a lot.
That's a lot of players.
And demand that they get back on rosters. Like Eric Reed, yes. Colin Kaepernick, that they come back on a roster
Colin
is
Kaepernick is more of a stretch. Obviously, Eric Reed needs to be signed. Like he's just going to hop right on the collusion case that Colin Kaepernick already has going on if he doesn't get signed this year, and it's deserved because that's obviously what's going on here. Colin Kaepernick is a little bit more of a stretch because he hasn't played as of recent because they've kept him out of the league because of the protests.
Right.
The rule solves nothing. It's only going to cause more problems. So congratulations, you have another year that we will be talking about this. So great move on that end. But this Sean King report. To me, like in order for this to be effective, it has to be stars or impact players. Like it's to have someone who's like on the fringe of a roster, which I can't even see them doing that anyway.
No, they won't.
Try
they can't.
to make it.
Yeah. Bills to pay.
It's got to be players who impact the team in order for this to happen. And I'm not saying I don't believe this report. I do believe it.
Yeah.
Whether or not it will happen, like we'll wait and see. And I do think it would be effective. But I don't think this is over because, like I said, they did not solve anything. You cannot tell grown men who live in a free country, who pay taxes here, who are American citizens, what they can and cannot do when it comes to politics. You're the ones that made it political. Can we just stop for a second? Like, I just need everyone to understand this because it's incredibly frustrating to me.
Very important.
These are actual facts. None of this is fake news.
Yes.
You can Google it. And yes, it is on the internet, but it's also in print by people like places that have to actually like validate what they say. They can't just like put it out there. It's on like a blog.
Right.
Okay, this is real life.
Say what you say.
The NFL received money from the military to do the pomp and circumstance before the game with the national anthem. Teams did not come out for the national anthem until this happened.
Right.
Facts. There's nothing to argue about here. Those are actual factoids.
Yes.
So get out of my face with the if you don't come out of the tunnel or come out of the locker room before the national anthem is disrespectful. Stop talking to me about it's disrespectful to the flag. They didn't even used to do it.
No.
How about
this?
It wasn't political
How
until the
about
NFL
this?
decided to take money from the military. So stop talking to me about it. It's the NFL's fault again.
Colin Kaepernick first sat down because veterans, shouts out to Memorial Day, veterans were treated incorrectly in America. He sat. Then he met with a military man that someone else chose, and he said it'd be more respectful to the military if you kneeled. Nate Boyer, right? Nate Boyer. If you kneeled, it'll be more respectful. He kneeled, and then Trump got involved. It's essentially what happened.
So the bottom line to this for me is the way that this should have played out is when Trump called NFL players sons of bitches.
Right.
Instead of doing the whole unity thing, which we knew was bull.
Complete bullshit.
It was really cute and cuddly, but it was bull.
Yeah.
Instead of doing that, just protest. It's done. It's a wrap. I'm not gonna go out there if you as an owner are gonna allow the president, who you're technically more you have more money. A lot of them have more money than him for show.
Right.
For show. And collectively are more powerful than him. You're the 32 richest, some of the richest men in the world.
Yeah.
You are, hello, do we have to explain how this works? You're the 1%ers. You should know you guys have more power together than he does.
Yeah.
How the rest of us have more power than you guys because there's more of us, but we can't we all bicker amongst each other and fighting over $5. That's how all of this works. You're gonna let him disrespect you and what you've put together. Then what am I gonna do here? That's when they should have protested. To me, there's just that was the moment for no, we're not gonna stand for this, and it just didn't happen. So
I can't. I am with you, and I'm here for the protest. I support them, but I also am not in the business of telling another grown man to jeopardize their work situation, and that's what's tricky about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hot take Kobe is at it again, Joy. After LeBron clinched his 8th straight NBA Finals appearance, the Jordan Truthers have been clicking keys and touching screens to cape up for MJ.
Okay.
Even Lanigo Mamba weighed in with this tweet. We can enjoy one without tearing down one. I love what he's doing. Don't debate what can be definitively...
What can't be... definitively.
Don't debate what can't be definitively won by anyone. Hashtag enjoy my 5. Hashtag enjoy MJ6. Hashtag enjoy LBJ Quest. Joy. Hot take Kobe should be in the GOAT combo. With it or quit it.
Yes, obviously I'm with it.
Kobe in the GOAT conversation?
Of course. Kobe gets mad disrespect when it comes to the GOAT conversation. The fact that he's not even in the GOAT, the fact that people are consciously discussing whether Kevin Durant can enter the GOAT conversation but don't mention Kobe as one of the greatest ever is insane to me.
Robert Horry, Shaquille O'Neal.
What about him?
Paul Gasol. These are the names that why I don't necessarily want to throw Kobe in the GOAT conversation.
What do you mean? Kobe played LeBron played with Dwayne Wade.
He's arguably number 3 for sure, but not GOAT.
No, he can be in the GOAT conversation. He's the closest thing to. Look, it's a matter of preference, really. Who you put in there, because Jordan is obviously still the greatest.
But Kobe's doing an imitation of Jordan, so how could that?
Right. So I'm saying if you were going, but he can be in the conversation though. I'm with what Kobe's saying here. He gets a lot of disrespect when it comes to the GOAT conversation. Kobe was incredible. What are you talking about?
He's being disrespectful.
He's Kobe Bryant.
He's interjecting himself into the conversation just so people can have to ask this question. He says, "Enjoy LBJ's quest." He's being disrespectful.
Listen, Kobe's in that conversation. You can make the. I'm.
Talk to me. Say it.
I'm not going to do it, but you could make the argument that Kobe is better than LeBron as we currently stand.
You can say that. I'm not going to go there. Not after what I'm seeing.
I'm okay with it, and he is right about the Lebranium, which is what we should be calling it. I mean, I'm very jealous that Kobe content Bryant came up with that before we did, because Libranium is way better than what we've been calling it.
Oh goodness
and
gracious!
It's the truth.
I think that's it for With It or Quit It.
I'm with it.
Is there an end song to it?
We got one more, actually.
Yeah,
With It or Quit It. Also, I want to take responsibility for Brandon's read on that last one. I slipped some copy in there that I didn't communicate, so that one's on me.
White people.
I mean, you should still be able to read, but
first
I wrote the words, and then some white man came in and changed my words.
I know.
Without telling me.
I know.
This is
I
true.
know.
And I sit across
I
from
know.
you, and I look like an idiot again. I look like an idiot always, anyways. I don't want someone else help me.
I mean,
idiot.
you can change that. You have the control over that.
I mean,
that
you
perception
know,
of you.
that's-
Yeah, I do
that's
believe we have
debatable.
one more. Although this is not the story that I wanted.
What was the story that you wanted?
Donnie, get ready. What the f*** is going on here?
That was another white person's fault, if I'm being honest. Brandon,
This is crazy.
Brandon?
What's that?
read it, please.
There's trouble in football paradise. Or listen, I can't.
And-
You read
All right.
it.
There's trouble in football paradise, or whatever you call a place that's motto is do your job. According to Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio, Tom Brady is skipping Patriots offseason training because he's tired of tiptoeing around Belichick and getting paid less than championless QBs. I got really far though. Joy, this is the year the Patriots dynasty ends. With it or quit it.
I
Hey.
mean, I've never. I'm gonna gas myself up right now. I'm really good at reading.
You are?
Yeah, I am.
Michelle's really good.
I
at
even
too.
do the reading while it moves
Yeah.
live.
I mean, I could. You know what I'm saying? And get some reps. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I'll be there
You
too.
do.
though.
You do get reps.
You know what I'm saying?
Every single podcast we do, you
I
get
need
reps.
to. I need to scroll. I need somebody to come over here and move the mouse with the touchpad. You got to put two
I'm
fingers.
very
and
very
move.
disappointed in you, Heller.
You got 2 fingers.
I
and
mean,
move.
you
should be.
yeah. Of course I should be.
There's
I
no
got
reason.
95% of those words perfect.
I mean, it's
No
just
excuse.
words. You just read them.
No excuse. No excuse.
All right. Anyway,
that was my first rep though.
Put the
It's
mic
fine.
down.
It's
All
okay.
right.
All right.
Down.
I am. Is this the year?
It's over.
Nope. I'm gonna quit it. I can't do it. I've
Really?
suffered at the success of the Patriots for too long to fall into this trap. I feel
Joy,
like
he's
it's,
not at OTAs.
I feel like it's a big trap. It's a big old Patriots trap.
No.
And they're like, ooh, trouble in paradise.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady?
What is gonna happen?
I don't know, but I'm not doing it this year. Okay.
Come on.
I need another year of this, whatever this thing is happening with them is, and then I will submit to it. But I've done too much of the hair pulling out with on behalf of the Patriots and their success. I'm not doing it.
They just lost the Super Bowl to Nick Foles, and
They did that.
Tom Brady's
Remember that
not
time
at
that they lost 2
OTAs.
Super Bowls to Eli Manning?
Yeah, but that was some great defensive line play.
Okay, look. So
It was.
the Eagles had a pretty decent defense this year
Yeah.
too. So you could say that also. I'm just not doing it this year. I'm not ready yet. I know that there's a lot of stuff going on that's very uncharacteristic of the Patriots,
Mm-hmm.
and there's all these leaks, and then Cassius Marsh, right? Cassius Marsh.
God bless you.
He's complaining about like how like he hated playing there and stuff, and like all these players are coming out how it's not fun. To that point, like, boo hoo, miss me with that.
Yeah,
I
for
don't
sure.
of all the things I don't care about is how little fun you have playing for the Patriots. Like
Playing football in general.
if that's not your cup of tea,
Yeah.
fine. Like I get it, but you just don't like winning. Is what it is. There are other ways to win, like Philadelphia, they won. Do it again. Do it again. Since you're so cute, do it again. And then
might.
do it, I don't know, how many more times? 8 more
It'd
times?
have to be a lot.
Yeah.
They got Carson
do it
Wentz
a
too,
lot
though.
more times
They got
before you
Carson
start
Wentz.
hitting me with the we do it different and better. Cool, you won a Super Bowl. That's great. That's great. Do it again. And I'm not there's no diss. Like you went out there and proved everyone wrong, including me and everyone else on the planet. Nobody gave the Eagles a chance, right? Because we've seen what the Patriots do every single year. But the reason we did that is because the Patriots do it every single year. Like it's there's difference between having a winning a Super Bowl and having sustained success.
Agreed.
And a big part of that is having a system and having rules and structure
And a leader.
and a
there
leader
in OTAs.
Okay, I'm with you. The reason that Bill Belichick has been able to get away with this for as long as he has
Yeah.
is because he has the Sith Lord
Right.
in Tom Brady marching along to his drum beat, which like I'm cool with. Sometimes you have to sacrifice ego Most of the times, you have to sacrifice ego. If you're working with a bunch of other egotistical people,
Right.
trust me, you have to all work together. Like, there is sacrifices that you make. There's times when you just eat it.
Of course, but
And it's for the greater good.
the time versus time piece. All that told me was a flipping of an hourglass. He's like, it's
I'm
coming,
with you.
it's coming to the end.
He seems fed up.
Yeah.
But I'm just not ready to fully submit to the idea that everything in Patriots land is going to be a disaster. Look, if they don't win this year, then I'm cool with it. It's probably falling apart. And Tom Brady's not going to play forever, and they don't have a current replacement for him either. So I understand it. I see all the writings on the wall. I'm just still not ready to do it, and I don't like this idea of like not having fun. Like, okay, cool. You don't have fun winning Super Bowls. What are you here for then?
I think football is fun. 13 was the last time football was fun. The older you get, my friends in the NFL told me the older you get, the less football becomes fun because you learn more about the world. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm just kind of just playing a game right now, making millions of dollars, stack my cash,
you know
and
what?
get out.
That's the reason why children sweat when they sleep and adults don't sleep. You ever wonder why you get a baby and they're sleeping, they're like, and they're just drooling and they're just covered in sweat and they're getting the most deep, most amazing sleep you've ever seen in your life, and you're just staring at them like, how do you sleep like that? It's because they don't have any worries. They don't have bills to pay.
Nothing.
They don't understand that someone could bomb us at any moment. All right? They haven't had their heart broken. They don't know. They're just babies.
They don't know.
Yes. What are you saying? When you get older, you learn that people ain't shit. Yes, that changes things for you. It makes life a little bit of a different experience.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm so jealous of baby naps.
Oh yes, just like.
Don't you wish you could? I just wish I could get like
whenever
one night's sleep, like a baby. Just one, like once every 6 months. I think it would change my life.
I'm sweating thinking about it.
Anyway, baby naps seem like an amazing experience, which I wish I could have. All right, that's Wit It or Quit It. Hear ye, hear ye.
Here we go.
I am petty.
And I won't back down.
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
Talk to him, Joy.
Have I been waiting for this? So, I said something on the podcast several weeks ago.
You said it.
I said the Rockets are the Raptors of the West.
You said them things.
I did say it. I said it before the series started.
Yes.
And it was aggressive. It was a very aggressive hot take-a-rita.
And did well for us on social.
It did do well because it was aggressive, and that's what hot takes are. And you don't need to apologize for them unless you feel like it, which is fine. So Rockets fans did not appreciate that. There are Rockets fans. So
we did find out that
there are in fact Rockets fans
Yes.
that did not appreciate that. Which I feel, listen, I actually understand. I always sympathize with what the Rockets fans were going through because I was in Miami where people had no respect for Heat fans, had no respect for the city, had no respect for anything that was going on with the Heat, and were actively very much rooting against the Heat. So I feel where they were coming from. I wasn't rooting against the Rockets. I just didn't believe that they were going to make it to the NBA Finals, which, guess what? They're not making it to the NBA Finals. So I wasn't wrong. So look, yes, obviously they proved to be very scrappy, and they took the Warriors to 7, which is totally respectable.
Menacing even. Just like, not menacing. Mike, what's Dennis the Menace? Oh, menacing.
Yes,
dang.
literally menacing.
Yeah.
So
Just like annoying though.
It's fine. You're not the Raptors of the West. You're the Celtics of the West.
Woo!
Oh, I've been dying to say that.
I like that.
Look,
like that.
I get it. Like Rockets fans lost their mother bleeping minds over the fact that I said that they were the Raptors, which, as we learned, the Raptors is a new insult that just
Huge
covers
insult.
everything in sports.
Yes.
And it's an excellent insult. Yes, I was wrong about the amount of games that you took the L in. Congratulations, you're on the couch.
It was 7-0.
Just like my Heat.
It was 7-0.
Listen, it was 7. That's really cute. You're into moral victories. You like a participation trophy. You like that? You like that?
I mean, I do personally.
You like that?
I
don't
the
like
narrative.
that. I like
Yeah.
championships.
Okay.
I like winning.
Yeah. You're a winner. You know what I mean?
I am a winner. Correct. And to be fair, D'Antoni spoke this into existence, and Steve Kerr did not. Steve Kerr said, we are about winning them championships. We about them rings, though. And D'Antoni was like, yeah, well, if we have a really good regular season and we don't win a championship, it's not a failure.
What is that accent?
Wrong. Failure.
Yeah.
You guys lost. Take that L. Sorry about it. And the reason that I am very petty and happy today is because I got a lot of shit, and I'm going to read some of these tweets.
You didn't come with receipts.
I did keep the receipts. Although
goodness.
some of there's a little bit. I'm gonna bring it back to the P Diddy making the band. There's a little bit of bitch assness going on here with the disappearing of the tweets. I'm a tweet deleter, so I'm not against it. But just saying,
Take their studio time away, Joy.
I am gonna take their studio time away. All right, this one is from Chris Anderson, not Birdman, who I have much respect for. This is another Chris Anderson. He said, "Is this the dumbest bitch on the internet? Possibly. Zero chance you just watched one Rockets game before the playoffs. I talk about sports for a living. Like it's zero, like up until 2%.
Yeah.
Just another piece of shit trying to get famous by throwing hot takes that never happen. Don't play D. They have a top 5 defense this year, dumbass."
All coming at
All
you.
right, stop defending lazy ass reporters who don't know shit about basketball and are just trying to get famous for their dumb hot takes. It's hot take arena. Have some respect.
Right.
Some people really work hard to cover the NBA and make a living doing it. This idiot, I guarantee, doesn't watch one Rockets game before this playoffs. I don't know why he still thinks that. I never said I hate her. Just call her what she is. She's a piece of shit, trash. Wannabe fangirl that doesn't know shit about the NBA. Only reason you and most others probably follow her is her pretty face because she's as dumb as they come. How's that couch life, bro? All right, here's one's from Raheem. Wow, looks like you are crazy. You really got to settle with the dumb takes. That's not that strong.
Yeah. Come on, Raheem.
But Raheem, you're still wrong. Rockets took that out. All right, this one actually came very recently. It's very good. This is from Mark Stradamus.
I like this comment section.
He says, "Shut up, ho." Now we're going to edit this, but it's the S word instead of shut up, ho. It took no CP3 and highway robbery to get back-to-back third quarters for Golden State to graze by Houston. You are an idiot. I do appreciate that you said you are instead of spelling you're wrong because I can't. I mean, that's just the immediate L.
Yes.
You are an idiot and make women journalists look dumber. So good.
Must be the glasses.
Shut up, let the men talk, and shake your tits. That's your role. Rockets took that L. Yes.
Shut up and play your role.
Shit up and play your role. This one's from Brandon Birchfield. Yes, teaching America's young women that being petty is cute. What are you, like 30? LOL, shit is stupid. Actually, I'm 31. And
what does that have to do with
I
anything?
am teaching America's young women that petty is cute because it is cute. Because I'm petty and I'm cute. All right. How about this one? And to think I really used to like you. This is from Carlos. And to think I really used to like you, this is such a bad look from such a beautiful woman, but just goes to show don't be fooled by the exterior.
Dang.
Yes. So there were actually a whole lot more.
A whole lot
Who
more.
was it? Okay, well, for Milkman.
Milkman.
Shout out to Milkman because you got this all started. Because remember, he got very triggered by the fact that I said that the Rockets play iso ball. Hot take by me.
Yes.
I mean, I really deserve more credit for the originality of the shit that I say.
You spoke
because
into
I
existence.
yeah, you're right. I'm the one that created I am the one that created D'Antoni's system way back in the day, like before when I was like 5. And let's see. I don't know. They shot how many threes in a row? 27. Did they miss in a row?
7 for 44?
Did they set an NBA record for missed threes? Yeah.
Yeah. 744. Yeah. Insane.
I couldn't honestly. I couldn't make it up if I wanted to, and I'm only taking delight in this loss for them because I must remind fans that while cheering for your team is important,
Right.
calling someone outside of their name for a hot take on sports, which by the way came from actual facts that are measured by analytics,
Talk to him.
it's silliness and it deserves to be shamed. Now the Raptors take, I will give you, I was wrong about that.
Yeah.
So like I said, it took a few more games for you guys to take the L than I predicted.
Right.
I'm willing to live with that.
Yeah.
Also the whole situation with Ayesha Curry. I mean, can we please just miss me with it?
What
What do you mean? You didn't see like the guy like following her with the phone?
Yes.
And then she claimed that like someone hit her pregnant stomach, and then the guys like who wasn't even there who just posted the videos arguing with me about like what happened. Like you weren't there. Why are you defending someone that you don't even know? And then the guy who like allegedly was in the video said that he didn't hit her. So it's like this he said she said situation. Bottom line is this, and like whatever. Like I like Ayesha Curry. This doesn't have anything to do with it. That's happened to me. Obviously not pregnant, but like
Right.
people have followed me in parking lots. Like I've had hot dogs thrown at me. You know how I feel about hot dogs, okay? So I've been in that situation before, and that's
Yeah.
real cute. Like, it's
Yeah.
real cute. Like, oh, we're just gonna, like, you know, talk shit to these girls and, like,
Right,
see what happens.
Yeah.
It's all cute until it pops off, and then it's not cute.
No.
Like, there are situations where it's like, hey, how about just don't do that? How about just don't follow? Now, if that was a Rockets player's wife, y'all would be all caped up. But because it's Aisha Curry and y'all are feeling yourselves because you know you're about to take this L and take a seat next to everybody else that took the L, now you're like, you're feeling brave. It's not a smart situation. And if someone would have knocked him out because he's following this pregnant woman in the parking lot,
Rightfully so.
whatever you're saying to her, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Like, it's not like he was saying like something disrespectful. You're like talking regular trash to her. I'm just saying, like, why?
Yeah.
What are you
It's-
gaining from that?
Yes. Like someone could stand their ground if that was to happen.
Right.
If you want to be real.
Like, I mean, what?
Yeah.
Like, you do it to the wrong person, and then it's a problem, and then
Yeah.
it's her fault because something happened. Like, just miss me with
Men
it.
are so
I don't
dumb.
want to hear
We
about
dumb.
that. And don't talk about what she says on Twitter, because obviously, if I took any of this on Twitter seriously, I would not be wearing a goofy blow up hat on my head. Okay, so it's all in good fun. Maybe next year.
Speaking of New Orleans,
I know this is from New Orleans.
great. Just chase the content.
I'm hoping
Very
that I
smart
have
by you.
an addition. I told you about this
Yes.
before. We may have another addition to Petty Report that's just going to take it to like a whole nother level.
By the end of this whole thing, you're gonna basically change clothes, Game of Zones style
I think
for
so.
the Petty Report.
Actually, you just gave me another idea because I do feel like I need one of those like cape things.
You need it.
Is it too much?
No.
Is it?
Get closer to what Cruella DeVille would wear.
Ooh,
And then
style
we're-
icon.
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
she's
She tried to take the puppies.
but she's still a beast.
But she was yeah.
Yeah.
The outfit was that she was trying to make was really cute though.
I mean,
With the thing.
just adorable.
Yeah. Great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie. All right. It's time for the lit list.
Mm.
DJ Khaled, all we do is win award or it's
Yes.
the lit list. It's been the lit list lately, so maybe we will just change it to the DJ Khaled lit list.
Or just like not DJ Khaled.
Not DJ Khaled.
Just lit list.
Just drop it to the lit list.
Yeah, just lit list.
Okay,
That's
well,
just not the list.
All right, it's
Bye,
time for the
DJ.
lit list. So big baller brands. Obviously, we're repping today. Chino
Yes.
Hills. And Lonzo. Lonzo is having a little big baller baby.
Zoe.
Zoe, yes, he is having a little girl with his girlfriend Denise. And they posted the picture. Obviously, of course, the internet tracked down their registry at Bye Bye Baby. I do not approve of people registering for at Bye Bye Baby. By the way,
Why? What's going on about baby?
could you just do it on Amazon so I can just send it to you? That's
You
how I
can
feel.
register on Amazon?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway, it's not that crazy. The priciest item is a stroller. It's like $900 stroller. Strollers are expensive though, and an important buy because if you get a bad stroller,
$900 for that seems low.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't really that crazy. You can get shampoos and lotions and stuff.
For the baby?
For the baby, yeah. There's all kinds of specific stuff you got to get for babies. You got to be stocked up for a baby.
Isn't
That's why
he
I
a
very much
millionaire?
approve of finding out what the sex of the baby is. I just don't approve with you making me come to your house to find out what the sex of the baby is. Just text it to me.
I.e.
Like
gender
a normal,
reveal parties.
Like a normal person, yes. I'm
Yes.
very out at gender reveal parties.
Yes.
Yes.
Rightfully so.
It's why I celebrate every gender reveal party fail.
As they should be.
They should all be fails.
I don't.
Did you
I don't
see
think
the
I-
one where this dude swings? He checked on the pitch. What are you doing? You're gonna redo, bro. It landed right in the guy's face.
in the in the blue ball? Like that's just like
Those are my favorite. The baseballs that are flubs are my favorite. Like, okay, great. You've guaranteed that your son is not going to be athletic. Good for you.
on the picture.
Hope you're smart because he's going to have that video forever to
On the
remind
pitch,
him of
it's
where
on
he
the
gets his
picture as
genes
well.
from.
The pitcher is at fault as well.
That was right down the middle, obviously. And it was underhanded. Anyway, so that's exciting. We're going to have a big baller baby.
Yes.
It's like America's baby.
They spell Zoe wrong though.
Yes.
You and I have nieces named Zoe.
We do.
They spelled
Zoe.
it correctly. Yes, hi Zoe. Hi Zoe. She said she likes listening to me on the radio.
Oh.
She listens to me on the radio. But yeah, she's got the umlaut.
Yeah, you got to have that. That's how you spell it.
ZOE umlaut. Much more classier than the Y. Y is what you name dogs. Zoe. If it's a Zoe dog, you put a Y at the end.
I don't know about that, but I do agree with you though that our nieces spell it properly,
Yeah.
and I love that we both have nieces named Zoe.
It's awesome.
And I also love that they're calling her Zoe because of Zoe. I get it. It's adorable.
Ball in the family, man.
They got to keep it together.
God, man, that's good, man.
Jayson Tatum is next on the lit list.
Yes, sir.
He was great in the Celtics series, and good for him.
Yes.
Being the true rookie of the year.
Woo, let's talk about
You
it
know
real
what?
quick.
Okay.
Let's talk about it real quick.
I say that, but then also I'm like, because I don't like to mush regular season awards into the postseason.
I mean, Jayson Tatum
Like you
was
can
pretty
have,
consistent
he
during
was,
the year
but
as
you
well.
can have a better regular season than postseason. The Rockets,
Here the Rockies.
the Raptors, but.
Yes, bless you.
He has been amazing, and coming out party for him, which is exciting if you're a Celtics fan, even though I know you guys you took the L, but respectably.
With that same argument gets pushed to Donovan Mitchell, who I think is Rookie of the Year during the season.
I think so too.
And then I thought it was solidified during playoffs, but obviously you can't do that.
Yeah, I don't like playing that
But,
game,
yeah.
but we can. So he
Simmons.
should be the Rookie of the Year.
1 point.
I
1 point.
don't think that discredits his entire.
It doesn't.
entire
But he
thing.
also scored 1 point in the playoff game.
Anyway, he also dunked on LeBron in magnificent fashion.
Yes.
Fashion.
Yes.
No shame in that.
Tatum. No.
Whatsoever by LeBron. As
That
we
was
know with
a
Jason
real-
Terry, sometimes you just gotta take it.
That was a real poster.
Yes. And he recognized the significance of the moment, did Jayson Tatum. He says, my first year in the league, I grew up watching LeBron. I love the pictures of baby Jayson Tatum with LeBron. Love them.
Yes.
Asking him to follow me on Twitter and going to his camps. It's so adorable.
It's the cutest
Anyway, the reporter said, it is the cutest shit. And
Yeah.
then the reporter says, and the dunk, and he said, I had to get him back for not following him. Which I just love. And finally on the lit list, Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr's living his best life right now.
He out here. He look old though. This season looked like like a 4-year presidency for presidents.
For Obama.
Yeah, Obama
and just basically like a year for Tyloo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, like people get older.
Yeah.
It happens.
They show it too.
Steve Kerr's chilling by the pool, shirtless, before Game 7.
Going over his notes.
I mean, he's got to get his rest and relaxation in.
It's insane.
And then he also did a Greg Popovich type of interview with David Aldridge during the game because he was in straight panic mode. Steve Kerr, the thing about Steve Kerr is he doesn't get enough credit for losing a 3-1 lead. He just doesn't. I like Steve Kerr a lot.
That is a great point.
I like Steve Kerr a lot, and he doesn't get enough credit for stealing the team that Mark Jackson put together.
I think he does get credit for that.
He does. I don't think he does.
Among us,
among us, yes.
It's a popular note for the Steve Kerr.
It is
coaching
It is
legacy.
recognized
Yes.
that Steve Kerr did not assemble this team. In fact, Mark Jackson did.
Mark Jackson prayed for that team.
He did,
and he got it.
It is exactly why he prayed himself right out of that job. Is the reality, because you can only pray so much.
Oh, trust me. I mean, I pray after every podcast feels up to me, but you can only pray so much.
You can only pray so much. And I don't think you can pray too much. I think it's not, like it's like other people like enough.
Right.
Like when I was in New Orleans for Mardi Gras, they have these and we'll circle back to Steve Kerr in just a second.
Eventually.
They had these like church groups that go out for Mardi Gras, right? To like infiltrate the sinners.
I don't know about this.
Well, I'm telling you.
Yes.
So that's what they do.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, my mother decided to chase the dog around at midnight in the backyard in the wet grass in Miami and slipped and tore her rotator cuff, which is just all you have to do is sit. Like we just left you here, just sit down on the couch, watch Netflix. That's all you have to do. Anyway, I love you, Mom. So she tore her rotator cuff, and so she's walking around Mardi Gras with this giant thing on. So what they do is they walk up to you like, "Can I pray for you?" Okay, so now if you have any twinge of religion, you can't say no.
No.
Because
You gotta get
it's
that
like
prayer.
and you're already sinning.
Yeah.
So it's like you gotta. All right.
Yeah,
like,
go ahead, give me that.
Yeah, you can pray for me.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's a very spiritual place, New Orleans. Like there's
Yes.
a lot of energies there.
Ghosts,
and
if
such.
you will.
Right.
Yes.
So you start getting prayed on, and they're like they're like they want to always touch you.
Wait a minute, did you get prayed? Like what happened?
Well, I mean, you gotta say yes. Like you can't
Okay,
say no.
yeah.
Like what am I gonna do? I get struck by lightning. I
About to
gotta
get blessed
get
up
the prayer.
on
So
Bourbon Street.
yeah, so they go praying for you, and like my sister was sick, so like making me cry. I'm like I'm drinking. It's just like enough, okay, enough. Can I just have like a moment? All right, but everyone is trying to pray on my mother. Everyone, 'cause she's got the thing. So
they're
every
like,
block, you're like, can I pray for you? And listen, my mom, she's not a patient woman.
Did anybody touch it? Touch the actual cuff, the rotator cuff?
I'm sure they did.
Ooh.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah,
You
right to the
gotta lay
source.
hands.
Yeah, you gotta put it.
You gotta
right where it's at.
because you're helping God, because God can't reach her.
I mean, you're the conductor.
Yeah, of course. Like
Yeah.
God can't just
during
fix
that
it.
moment. Yes.
You know what I mean? Of
course.
He needs you to help.
How's this gonna get to your mom's?
How else is
Right.
she gonna get fixed?
Right.
So anyway, that is a situation where there's just enough prayer. Because
Right.
for me, like I got to like the 6th block, and they're like, I'm like, 2 blocks down there, they prayed for me already. Thank you. I already
They
got.
didn't give you a card or a
I
sticker
already
or
got
a
the
pen?
prayer. I appreciate what you're doing, but I already got the prayer. And as you can see, I really need to finish this old fashioned. So it's my 4th. I got prayed on already. That's a situation where you can have too much prayer. Another situation is kind of when you're Mark Jackson and people have had enough.
Right. Yes.
But that said, Steve Kerr does not get enough credit for stealing Mark Jackson's team. Not that he technically gave it away, you know.
Right.
And also for losing that 3-1 lead. However, you know, he's going to go down as one of the greatest coaches of all time because he has an incredibly talented roster.
That was afforded to him.
Did I just like sneak this Steve Kerr while also saying he's living his best life?
I didn't. I wasn't prepared for it, but I'm glad you went there.
You know, I feel like keeping it real today. All right, let's do loser power rankings.
Okay.
Loser power rankings.
Loser power rankings.
These are the losers of the week. What?
Roseanne. Honorary.
Oh. Well, you know what? This is
Zimmer,
this,
Miles
you know what?
Lyle,
This is
Lyle,
no. This is good. This is like a perfect
Yes.
like bridge.
The segue. A funnel, if you will.
Yes.
Funnel of content.
I don't have a note here.
Yes.
So maybe who should read the tweet? Ashley's turn to read.
Ashley's reading the tweet.
All right, so Roseanne was canceled. People have been telling me that I look like Roseanne my entire life.
Huh?
Okay.
I swear to God.
Writing that
swear to
down.
God.
Joy,
I
Roseanne.
swear to God,
side
you're
by
not
side.
doing a Roseanne side by side. Will not be associated with this. That's what you're not gonna do. And let's hear what Roseanne has to say. Her show got canceled.
George Doppelganger.
Not even Trump could save you, Roseanne.
That's insane.
All right, here we go.
Why am I reading this? Okay.
Because you volunteered. You raised your hand.
Okay. So, in a tweet posted this morning, Roseanne said that the black senior advisor to Obama was the baby of Egypt's Muslim Brotherhood political party and Planet of the Apes. This tweet came in response to a conspiracy thread alleging that Jarrett had helped cover up CIA spying.
I got about 10 words.
But she defended her statement, actually.
She defended it. Oh.
Yeah,
I was going to double down.
Yeah. She tripled down. A CNN reporter shot back and she said, "It's a joke." And then she said, "Muslims are not a race," to another.
Oh. It's important. It's important to clarify.
Really great
defense.
defense.
Anyone can be Muslim.
Do we want her apology?
Yes, I would like her apology. Yes.
So her apology came later, and it said, "I am truly sorry for making a bad joke about her politics and her looks. I should have known better. Forgive me. My joke was in bad taste."
Yes, it was in bad taste. Correct. Anyway, so smooth. Oh, this is surprising to you?
I mean,
how about can we do a new
just
segment
give
called
your show away.
Can we do a new segment called in the least most surprising news ever?
Yeah.
We'll just do that. And every week someone who does the least most surprising thing ever will get the award. And
Hotels.com Captain Obvious Award.
Yes. Very good.
Yeah, we gotta get these
I don't know if
sponsors
they
up.
want to be associated with that.
Right. Yes,
but
of course, yes.
very good.
Yes.
Very good. All right, loser power rankings.
Wanda
What?
Sykes, she gets a shout out after
What
the
Wanda
tweet.
do?
She announced she wouldn't return
To what?
to the show,
Yay, Wanda!
which came before they
'cause
canceled
she was
it.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
So
And Wanda's funnier.
She is. She's low key a goat. People don't respect Wanda like the way
No,
they
Wanda
should.
been funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
for
out
sure.
here.
All right. Time for loser power rankings.
Okay.
Thank you for that, Ashley. You did a
Yes.
much better job at reading it everyone else in this room, besides me, of course. Yes.
I think that's a fair critique.
That's,
I listened. I heard.
no, that's right.
It could be right.
It wasn't up for debate. It was
Debatable.
correct. All right.
Yes.
Fries. I mentioned this at the beginning of the show.
Yes.
People who eat fried potatoes. This is my number three loser of the week. People who eat fried potatoes 2 or more times a week double their risk of an early death compared to those who avoid them. This is a recent study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition.
Dang.
Eating potatoes that have not been fried were not linked to a similar early mortality risk.
So loaded bakes are good.
Did you see how good I read that?
I heard how
Okay,
good you read it.
here's the thing about potatoes.
Yeah.
I fucking love potatoes. Okay, I love mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes. If I had one
No.
food I could eat every day for the rest of my life, it's probably mashed potatoes.
Joy, take that back right now.
No,
Well,
like
Stop being from
mashed
Pittsburgh.
potatoes are so, okay. I can't.
Stop being from Pittsburgh.
I can't. They're so
pierogies and
they're so filling. Pierogies
sorry.
are delicious. With some
Pierogies are
with some
delicious.
grilled
Pierogies
onions.
I'm hating. Pierogies are actually
if you
delicious.
toss some, you could like you want to take it to another level.
Yeah.
Toss a little bacon bits, some sour cream.
With the pierogies?
Yes.
What are Lockies? You know what Lockies are? I like those right now.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm so hungry. Listen, mashed potatoes are #1 side dish of all time.
That is, it could not be more wrong.
What's #1 side dish?
Either sweet potato casserole
No.
with the little mushrooms
You can't.
marshmallows, mushrooms. Not mac and cheese either. Green beans, collard
No,
greens.
listen, there are amazing side
Chicken.
dishes. Here, chicken. All right, chicken.
Fried
Listen.
chicken. I consider a leg a side piece.
All right, here I'm gonna challenge you on this so
what?
hard. I'm just gonna defeat you.
Let's do it. I'm
all
gonna
right,
up too.
Here's what it is. Here's my #1 side dish. Okay.
Okay.
Well, all those other side dishes you mentioned are delicious and crucial. Okay?
Thank you so much.
You can f up all of those. You can literally just buy mashed potatoes from the chilled section in the grocery store and eat them.
No.
Hook them up with some butter and a little pepper, and you've got mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes are not grits.
No. Mashed potatoes are almost impossible to mess up. They're just potatoes you cook and squish. You put
It's
some extra like
literal
milk and stuff in there.
adult baby food.
It's of course, and baby
Why do you-
cows baby food. You know why? Because it's good, and
No.
you can eat mashed potatoes with layers of other food. Tell
Ugh.
me you don't start your Thanksgiving bowl with a layer of mashed potatoes.
I don't, because mashed potatoes are the devil.
No, they're not.
Yes.
Mashed potatoes.
the devil.
No, I crush mashed potatoes. I get them from Tender Greens every time. Shout out Tender Greens. Tell me you don't start with it. It's a perfect paste. It holds everything together.
I mean, if they have some stuffing, I'll put some gravy on it. Make that like the
These
texture
are
of
lies.
mashed potatoes.
These are lies. I'm gonna have Big Meech send me a picture of your
Telling you,
Thanksgiving plate.
I don't
and I
like
bet
the
you
mashed
that it's in
potatoes.
there. Yeah, right.
They
Anyway,
put weight on me. I don't need that. I don't need pasta. I don't need the mashed potatoes. Get that stuff away from me. I'm too busy eating Pop-Tarts and
mashed
stuff.
potatoes. Exactly. Mashed potatoes are incredible, and I'm not gonna stop eating French fries either.
Joy.
What?
Bag buddies or mashed potatoes?
Bag buddies all day.
What are bag buddies?
The fries that fall out the bag.
You
Oh,
named them
bag buddies. Ooh, tough.
Bag buddies. Take those years off my life. Does it count if you have like the 3 bag buddy fries three times a week? You still
I think
die?
so. I think it's still available.
CNN.
I'm gonna go bag buddies. But I still feel as strongly about mashed potatoes. All right. #2, Richard Sherman. So we know Richard Sherman is he's part of the Petty Parade.
Yep.
Which we like. We like petty around here. He has blocked people on Twitter, which I do also.
Yes.
I know people have very strong feelings about blocking people. I do not. I do not subscribe to that. If you annoy me, you can be removed from my universe at any time.
Yeah.
And once you get on the block list, you're not getting off.
Yeah, maybe I'm crazy. Got into it with somebody that had to get blocked last week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He
yeah,
did?
Yeah. Just going back.
What'd he say?
Just didn't get the brand. Somebody, one of those people outside
Yeah,
coming in,
some
like, don't
some
understand
people
what we
don't.
do.
Some,
You know
some
what
people
I'm
don't get
saying?
it.
So I was like, all right,
You
bye.
don't get the show. Shout out Dan Levitard.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah,
great
sometimes
reference.
people truly don't get it.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're just annoying, and sometimes they're racist, and sometimes they tell you to get cancer. All those things will get you blocked.
1, 2, 3. Yep,
But I'm
all
also
of them.
petty, and I just don't care. So bye-bye. But he is now working because he's no longer with Seahawks, with the
Right.
49ers now. He has to try and unblock some of the Niners fans that have tweeted things to him over the years.
It's nice. It's nice of him. I like those throwback jerseys they got.
What do you mean?
The Niners unveiled throwback jerseys. They look
yeah,
good.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, they look
I like the Niners jerseys. Those classic.
good. Yeah. They're really nice.
If you get blocked by me, don't hold out hope you're getting off that list. It's not happening.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's a long list, probably.
It's very long,
Yeah.
and I've no interest in changing it. All right, so finally, this is very, very weird, and I want the real story, but I don't know that it even matters anymore because it's so egregious. Kyrie Irving missed Game 7 against the Cavaliers because of a deviated septum. So he had a facial injury in November and had to
Yes.
wear a mask for a month.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're saying that it was like it was a residual from the facial fracture he had earlier in the season. That's what his agent said.
Mm-hmm.
And he needed to get it. He had the knee surgery and then he had the sinus surgery. So now he's gonna be all set going forward. Look, I'm not a doctor, but from my research, aka Ashley's research, most surgeons remove the splints about 1 week post-op.
What splints?
That you get
the
in
nose
the
splints.
Yeah. So this is basically a nose surgery.
Okay.
Why can't you wait a week? Or why didn't you get it when you had the knee surgery? Like, you were going to be out for the knee surgery anyway. I feel like just double up.
Sometimes it's on sale if you do it that week.
I feel like it's covered by the team. I feel like the team got it. It's not getting the credit that it deserves for it being a bad move. They should have told him he needs to be there.
It's indicative of everything we thought about all the slander that Kyrie gets, like undeservedly, in my opinion. Sometimes I'm on the side. Yeah.
No. You need to be
deserves all of
there.
it.
You got to be there with your team. If you're that guy and you left LeBron because of all the drama and all that other stuff, like that whole pitch, you got to be there for Game 7. Sorry, just wait 2 days.
What are you doing?
And get it done. I don't
Is he
know.
watching it on his phone?
I have no idea, but it's so weird that he wasn't there.
Yeah.
So weird. All right, time for the Migos Culture Report. What's happening in the culture?
Yeah, put my Culture Report glasses on.
An upgrade.
Daytona and the Drake.
No. Next week.
I want to just, bam, all the words I have written down there, saying to you and the people.
Mm-hmm. Would you like me to start over?
I got it. No, I got it.
Okay. Brandon, what's in this week's Culture Report?
Well, obviously, Joy, we have to talk Daytona, Pusha T, Drake fallout. But first,
What?
Quavius gave LeBron and Honcho. Dang it! Quavius gave LeBron the Honcho bunch. What are you writing? I wrote. Did you write this? Quavo gave LeBron the Honcho bump in Game 6, sitting courtside with Rich Paul and stopping LeBron in the tunnel to exchange a dap after the win. Mm-hmm. Next up, Cardi B, who just learned that Childish Gambino and Donald Glover are the same person.
I love that so much.
Wait a minute. Dropped a video for I Like It.
Love it.
Shouts out to Bad Bunny and Jay Balvin.
Balvin.
We just watched the video.
Video's great. They did a good job of hiding the bump, although I wish they wouldn't hide the bump.
Why high bump?
I don't need to hide the bump.
Why high bump?
I don't know.
I want to know how pregnant she is.
I do too.
In the video. I want to know when they shot this video based on how pregnant she is.
In the video.
Yes.
She looks great.
Awesome.
That's my
Always.
second favorite song on the album. I Do is my favorite. Although it's very close because I Like It is like when I want to turn up.
Yes.
And I Do is when I want to like, be gangster.
Yes.
And then when I really, really need it,
Talk
then,
about it.
then we do Get Up 10.
Get
Because
Up
Get Up
10
is female dreams and nightmares.
It's exactly it is dreams and nightmares.
Bars.
He did so much. Honestly, do what Cardi B does, rappers out there. Take all the trash off your album, Migos 2, or Migos Culture 2. Take the trash off your album, make it a tight 13, and have a perfect album.
Well, that's a good transition. So now we can talk about Daytona.
Whew, okay.
Because you don't like, when we were discussing it, you don't like that there are not more tracks on this album. And my argument is I don't need 14 tracks on an album, 15 tracks on an album, and 9 of them are trash. What's the point?
Mistake that take for a terrible Heller take. That was not my take.
Oh.
There are bars.
You're welcome. Just 10. I just want double digits.
There is 60 minutes of bars in that 21 minutes. So I am happy. I am perfectly fine with that. Let me do the thing. You ready? Good Music president Pusha T is back in the news when he released his album Daytona May 25th. He and producer Kanye West released a 21-minute album that music critics are raving about, calling it an instant classic. The album is essentially a 7-track banger, ending with one of the better Lil Wayne, Drake, and Baby disses to date, titled Infrared. Drake caped up for Wayne and Baby with 2 singles. The first, Dopey Freestyle, which was released on SoundCloud. We'll talk about that. And then a single released available only by purchase called I'm Upset. It was okay. What did you think of those 2 tracks? Did you listen to them?
Yeah. Look, I don't like people that come for Drake because you know what he's gonna do.
I know. If anybody can, it's a weird. Like Pusha, I know what good bars are because Lord willing, the clips, Hell Has No Fury. Like I learned like about real rap with the clips, in my opinion, and that's why it's like weird to see Pusha T like. It's like punching down.
The other thing is like I
up.
just don't care about beefs anymore. I don't care. I don't care. There's enough listening time and streaming available for everybody. Why do we always have to be fighting? I don't care. I mean, it's fine. Like it just Look, the days of no Vaseline, like we're off that, okay? All right, and you know what? And while we're talking about, like, 50 Cent took Ja Rule from us, and Ja Rule had hits, okay? And I know Ja Rule was Ja Rule, but like he had hits, and I enjoyed those, okay?
I would
don't care.
argue-
I'm not even. I have no problem saying it. All right,
I would
Ja Rule,
argue-
Ashanti made bangers, okay? Charlie Baltimore,
Where
I
would
like
be
that
without
song.
you?
Where would I be without my baby?
Honestly, I think Eminem took Ja Rule. I think it was the
No, 50
the
Cent.
50
The second 50 Cent called Ja Rule Cookie Monster, it was a rap. It was a rap. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm very off 50 Cent right now. Okay.
No, I know.
Because I am
He's-
not for revenge
he's
porn.
essentially an internet
and
bully.
yeah,
bully.
and I don't. Yes.
He's an internet bully.
For
right
what?
now. Get the strap. He's pretty funny though.
Well, that was not funny.
Yeah, no, that wasn't. No,
That's
He
corny.
He got chill.
Yes, you have to chill.
Yeah.
Don't get me. I don't even get it started. I don't even get into it.
He's not great at treating women great.
Yep, not great with the women.
He's not great treating women.
Not great with the women.
Everybody
But anyway,
can be
we're
great
not
at
talking about
all
50 Cent right now. I'm saying I'm done with the beefs. I like Daytona, and Santeria is my favorite song on that one.
I mean, yeah, the album is just bangers and bangers and bangers. But let's not forget, because people want to sweep it under the rug, Kanye did produce that entire album, and it sounds great. As long as Kanye can still produce and rap kind of good like he's doing right now, he's going to have a job.
Listen,
like we're not going to get rid of Kanye.
No. I'm not. Look, nobody's getting rid of Kanye. All right,
Okay.
let's just be clear about that. We all know we're not getting rid of Kanye.
Right.
All right, but we're done with the Kardashian version of Kanye. That's what we're not going to do. All right, like and then you saw Kim had to like cape up on Twitter again.
Yes.
So done with the Kim capes. I mean, goodbye.
The wrong.
I don't know the
worst
whole
person
story
to cape.
there, but like I just don't care. Like the reason you're in this situation right now is because of you. I don't need you to cape up for it.
No.
Sorry.
Yes,
like
you
I have
created this.
like all due respect and honor to the Kardashian clan, okay, and everything that they represent for America.
Shouts out
all
Baby
right. Like I
Mason.
have no problems with the Kardashians and what they do.
Right.
I do not hand the Kardashians money, but somebody does, okay? It's not me. And
They hand
there's
them a lot.
millions and millions of people who give them millions and millions of dollars, all right, to do essentially nothing. So it's not their fault
They
that
laugh
they've tricked
sometimes.
everybody.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm fine with all of it. But nobody's getting rid of Kanye. And you're absolutely right. You can
Yeah.
hear the Kanye influence on all of it. I'm fine with that. Just stop saying dumb stuff and trying to here. You know what it is? I was ranting about this weekend. Well, we're just gonna go a little side
Let's
right
do
now.
it.
We'll just do it.
Yes.
I cannot stand when artistic, super creative, super talented people try and pass off nonsense and try and tell us the reason that we don't understand it because we're not as artistically as intelligent as them. No, what
James
you're saying
Franco.
is bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't hand me a pile of bullshit and tell me that it's art. Art can be bullshit too. Okay, and art can be offensive too. So don't sit here and
Beauty's
tell
in
me
the eye of the beholder, all that stuff.
slavery is a choice. Or that's not really what I'm saying.
Yeah. That was I couldn't anymore.
Shut up. Okay,
Yes.
you're not more artistically inclined than the rest of us. The entire world is not
He
sitting
might
here.
be.
No, you're not. When it comes, there is a point where the artist ends, and now you're just being an a-hole.
Yeah.
And that's where it ends. Okay, we're done with that. And the
Right.
reason for it is because people who are not intelligent, who are not cultured, and who have evil in their hearts, then use your artist voice
Right.
to paint it to their bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, which is why people are upset. Nobody's getting rid of Kanye. I hate that. Oh, I'm just so artistic. You're not traveling down the love journey with me.
But also, he's also so artistic that he paid $85,000 for a picture of Whitney Houston's messy vanity. if you will.
Yeah, I'm very
For the
off
album
that.
art.
I'm very off that. Like I don't. That's again.
Like-
Like what are you trying to do here? Like what?
Yeah, you're so artful that it becomes tasteless at times.
Exactly.
And it
And
turns people off.
you've passed over
Yeah.
into that realm. That's all anyone is saying. Okay. Nobody's saying we're gonna be done with Kanye. Well, some people are saying.
I used to be a Kanye
but-
zealot, and now I'm just like, yeah, I like him a lot.
I mean, good because you're gonna catch heat if you go out here caping up for Kanye.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do
Did I
that
say
Kim K
something wrong?
caping. Kim K caping. We all good.
You did mention Eminem though.
What about him?
Him and Nicki. Is that real?
Oh yeah, we're doing a very long culture report today.
I don't
There's a lot of culture.
know.
Speaking of that, thank you for that, Heller.
Yes.
A strong contribution by you for once. So
There you go.
I think that they're joking with everybody.
Yes.
I think they're joking.
Yes.
I think they're joking.
Is that a Nas
Which if I was
thing?
super famous like that, I would do things like that to mess with everyone too.
That's like so meta. Like why? Why would you? What text conversation led to like, hey, let's tell people that we're dating?
Well, I mean, because somebody was probably like, hey, there's a rumor you guys are dating, and they were like, yeah, let's just mess with everybody. Let's do that.
Eminem's not repping. Eminem's a perfect pillar of Detroit, except for those shoes. He's never been a great shoe. He is lit. His shoes prove how white he is.
Yeah, there's
at
just
all
stops
times.
like it's like at
Consistent.
the ankles
Yes,
down.
yes.
It's
Him
just-
and Rob Dyrdek were DC fat tongues skateboard shoes. all throughout the 2000s. Late 2000s. Oh, man, stop.
I
R.I.P.
just
Robin
snorted.
Big. R.I.P. Yeah.
You can leave that in because I don't care. It was really that funny. It's so true. Finally, I'm very excited for Nicki's album, and Nicki was doing the all pro women tweets.
You're excited for it?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great.
I'll listen to it.
I'm very hyped for it.
I mean, it's not.
She's trying to convince everyone to dump their man though, which ain't gonna happen. I feel you, but that ain't gonna happen.
Not when we getting men out here. Oh, the comments, they're gonna love that on YouTube.
Oh,
They can't wait for you to say that.
That's that was a bad move by you. That's
You're
fine.
welcome.
It happens. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Trolls.
All right. Well, strong culture report this week.
Thank you. I'm gonna try to do that every time.
Yeah. Just bring it strong.
Just strength.
Just be strong.
Thank you.
Anyway, thanks for joining us this week. Thanks to Jayson Terry for coming on with us on the Maybe I'm Crazy podcast. Make sure that you follow us on all of our social media handles at Maybe I'm Crazy Pod.
Right.
And subscribe. And exciting news. We lit. We're on Spotify now.
Hey, we out here.
Yeah, we are out here.
We actually out here.
We are actually out here.
Spotify.
Yes, we're on Spotify now,
Yes.
so you can listen to us on Spotify as
Yes.
well.
Follow.
Thanks for all the support.
Follow
Make
us.
sure you follow us.
Follow us on Spotify.
On Spotify.
Yes.
Appreciate it, and we will catch you next week.
Bye.
Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm crazy.